Hello and welcome to another video, and welcome to Workout Wednesdays. In this series we're going to be talking about exactly how to make your training program perfection. Once again, I will be running the competition for the free training program and diet advice. If you want to enter that competition, drop a comment down below that says HL. Just put HL. Someone did ask me where are the comments, so literally just scroll down loads until you see the comment section. If you don't want to enter that competition, still you can leave a comment. It will be really helpful for the channel, and be sure to like and subscribe onto the video. In today's video we're going to be talking about training splits. So this is basically how you organize your workload throughout the week into each training session. For example, you can do full body 3 times a week or 4 times a week. You can do push-pull legs, or you can do the bro split where you're doing a separate body part each day. In this video we're going to be talking about the benefits of each split and how you can decide which one is best for you. So starting off with the bro split. Like I said, the bro split is working each muscle group once per week and spreading that workout usually over 6 days, and Sunday being your rest day. So an example of this would be Monday back, Tuesday legs, Wednesday quads and hamstrings, Thursday shoulders and calves, Friday arms, and then you've got the weekend off. You can spread this out over the week however you like, and this is going to be the same for all of the other training splits, but this is how I would recommend to set out a bro split. So starting off with advantages of the bro split. So the first advantage has got to be enjoyment. Each session you're going to get a lot of work in for each of the muscle groups, so obviously you're going to get quite a decent pump on for each muscle group that you're working. This is going to be very enjoyable, as you all know. If you've been to the gym before, it's nice to get a pump in the arms. Makes you feel massive, and it's always enjoyable. A few disadvantages of the bro split is that it only works each muscle once a week. This means that you're missing out on a lot of protein synthesis that you could be achieving if you're hitting each muscle group 2 or 3 times per week. For example, if you hit back on the Monday, then it's going to be 7 days until you hit back again. Whereas usually protein synthesis is reduced after 48 hours, so therefore you can train it again after 48 hours to spike that protein synthesis again and get some gains. Another possible disadvantage of bro splits is that because all of your workload for that week is going into one day, you could be doing between 10 and 20 sets for a single muscle group. So for example, again, if I did 20 sets of chest in one day, maybe the first 5 or 10 would be quite effective, but the final 10 would be a lot less effective than the first 10. You'll be able to do less weight and also less reps. So it's gonna have a much lesser effect on getting that muscle damage and actually being worthwhile doing them extra sets. So the next split up from the bro split would have to be push-pull legs. Push-pull legs is often done 6 times a week, but if you're a beginner you could do it 3 times a week. Basically push is chest, shoulders and triceps, pull is back and biceps, and then legs is obviously quads, hamstrings and calves. Now I find this is a really good split because you hit each muscle group 2 times a week, and there's sufficient rest time in between each set so that you're able to recover and then perform again later on in the week. Unlike the bro split, this allows you to get that protein synthesis spike again, so therefore you're consistently making gains rather than just 1 time a week. Another advantage of this is that you have a higher frequency for your compound lifts. For example, the bench press, the squat, the deadlift. If you bother about getting them lifts as high as you can, it's going to be very beneficial to be doing them 2 or 3 times a week. So with this push-pull legs, you can hit bench press on both the push days, you can hit deadlift on both the pull days, and then you can do squat on both the push days. So you're going to have a high enough frequency to ensure that your lifts are consistently going up. Another advantage of this, like I said earlier, is that if you're an intermediate to advanced athlete, you can be doing it 6 days a week. But if you're just a beginner, 3 days a week on this split is just going to be enough volume to stimulate that protein synthesis to get the muscle growth. If you are progressing at a good rate, there's no need to do more as a beginner. So 3 days a week is going to be just fine to get them gains. A disadvantage of this split is that the workouts can often take quite a long time, especially if you're working between 15 and 20 sets per week per muscle group for the volume. For example, on a push day, if you're hitting 10 sets of chest, 7 sets of shoulders, and maybe, let's say, 8 sets of triceps, if you're doing that in one session, it's going to take quite a long time, maybe an hour and a half, if you're getting sufficient rest time in between each set. So I wouldn't recommend this split if you're really short on time. So the next split that I'm going to talk about is the upper body, lower body split. This can do 3 or 4 times a week. For example, you could do Monday upper, Wednesday lower, Friday upper, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday rest. You could also do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So you've got 4 times a week. This will be sufficient volume and frequency to get gains. So if it isn't obvious, upper body is obviously chest, back, shoulders, arms, and then lower body is legs, glutes, hamstrings, quads, and calves. An advantage of this split is again the frequency. If you're hitting upper 2 times a week and lower 2 times a week, you're going to be hitting each muscle group at least 2 times a week. So therefore it's going to again stimulate that protein synthesis regularly, and therefore result in consistent gains. It means that you're not going to be missing out on any days of possible training, because as soon as you've recovered, you're ready for your next session. Another advantage of this split is that you can rest 3 or 4 days in the week. So if you've got quite a busy schedule, you're not free every day or 5 or 6 days a week, this one's going to be perfect for you, because you can just do 3 or 4 days a week and it's going to be sufficient to get them gains. A disadvantage of this split is that because you've got so much volume to do in each session could take quite a long time, but if you've not got that time to spend in each session, you're going to be doing less volume for each muscle group. So in the end, if you're not a beginner, you might not be getting enough volume to stimulate that growth. Another issue with this is if you're not getting much volume per session, it's going to be difficult to get a lot of metabolites into the muscle. So this is that feeling when you get a pump. There's a lot of metabolites in the muscle, and this causes cell swelling, which can result in hypertrophy. Much like push-pull legs, this split's also great for the compound movements. You're hitting upper and lower 2 times a week. So that means that you can be hitting bench press twice a week, you can be hitting barbell rows twice a week, you can be hitting squats twice a week. So again, it's going to give you that ability to progressively overload each lift quite often. The final split that I'm going to be talking about is full body. So this is basically working out your entire body in one session, and you'll probably do this 3 to 4 times per week. So for example, on Monday you could do a leg focused full body. On Wednesday you could do a chest focused full body, Friday a back focused full body, and Sunday a shoulders focused full body. Advantages of this full body split: again, you get 3 or 4 rest days in the week. This is going to be a lot of recovery, so that you're definitely going to be recovered and fully energized for that next session, so you can put in each session 100%. Another benefit of this split is again that higher frequency, so that you can consistently stimulate protein synthesis and therefore leading to consistent gains. You're not going to be leaving any gains on the table. A disadvantage of this split is the workouts are just very, very long. If you think about it, for example, I've written here the full body leg focused workout. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exercises in that workout to make sure that you cover the whole body. If you've not got time for this kind of workout, it can be difficult to squeeze it into a shorter period of time because of the fact that you're going to be doing a lot of compounds in each workout. So if I was to conclude what is the best workout, I don't think you can really answer that question. It really just depends on your goal. So if you're going for enjoyment, experiment with each of the 4 different splits, choose your favourite one and then stick to that. If this is going to help you to keep going to the gym and being consistent, this one's going to lead to greater growth than any of the rest that you don't enjoy as much. If you're a beginner, I'd either recommend the push-pull legs, upper, lower or full body. This is just going to make sure you get a lot of frequency in there so that you can do each movement multiple times in the week, and therefore you're going to get better at the movement. This is really important for beginners, just so that you get used to the movement and that you know how to sort of contract each muscle and the right ways to do each exercise to get your technique on point. If you've only got a couple of days in the week to work out, I would not recommend doing the bro split or push-pull legs unless you're a beginner. Obviously with push-pull legs you can do that 3 times a week. The upper, lower and the full body is going to be an excellent choice for you in this case, because you can still get the frequency required just training 3 to 4 times per week. Especially with the full body in this instance, training 3 times a week, you're still going to be hitting legs and upper body in each session. So again, you're going to be getting that frequency that you need to get that hypertrophy. Finally, if your main goal is to improve them compound lifts, for example the squat and the bench press, I would recommend doing full body, especially if you've not got much time. This is because you can do squat 3 or 4 times a week. Because you're doing lower volume in each session, you're going to be able to recover for the next session. It is going to be a bit of a hit to the system when you start, because it's going to be hard to recover, but your body is going to quickly get used to that. So you're going to be able to get that frequency in for the main lifts, which is going to help to increase them lifts in a shorter period of time. Once again, I will be running the competition for the free training program and diet advice. If you want to enter that, just put HL down below. In the last video I did forget to announce the winner of the competition for the training program and diet advice. So congratulations to Adam Priest. There was a lot of comments down there, so it took me a while to plug it into the random number generator, but well done, and good luck to everyone next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that this video has helped you and that you can now choose the best split for you. If you've got any more questions, drop a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer them. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.